Hi everyone, I'm pretty sure you have seen ChatGPT all throughout the social media. Now, I'm going to explain you everything that is about ChatGPT and teach you how to use it also. Let's get started. Now, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is type of an artificial intelligence that can generate human-like responses. It doesn't only generate human-like responses. When you say what is human-like, it takes the context of your question and then gives you an answer. And the best part is, it is like a conversation. We are talking to ChatGPT, hence the name. GPT means generative pre-training transformer. I know, too geeky, but more or less it's a model that you can chat with. In normally you will chat with anyone. The only thing you can chat with that in English right now. And that's amazing. It's mind-blowing of the things that it can do. It can generate content, it can generate essays, it can generate code, like real code that you can use. And it can generate more or less anything that is text related. And it's crazy. And we're going to explore this in examples, how it generates that and what you can do to become an expert at using chat. Perfect. Let's get into the examples. Now, if you see my fingers, ignore them. Now, the point is, let's give it a very simple way to create a caption for Instagram explaining ChatGPT. And let me just change the spelling and that's it. Meet ChatGPT, a natural language processing chatbot powered by the latest language model technology for OpenAI and XYZ. Right? Now, it's pretty simple. The point is it generated it extremely quickly. Let me give it a more tougher task. Explain it to a non-tech user in the caption. Now, this changes from the conversation from X to Y. It changed from a text that it already had and converted it into something that can be understood by a non-tech user. Think of it like a smart robot that you can ask questions to and it will be the best understand and respond just like a real person would. Now, this changes the way we understand content writing. There are going to be so many people who are going to be out of jobs because content writing can be done faster and cheaper and at a much better way than any human would. Let's give it something else. I had a response prepared for this. Let me just use this version. Now, I wanted to create a video ad and I have zero idea on how to create an advertisement. It is going to give me something that's going to blow all of our minds. It gives me an outline of the video. Now, I added Shah Rukh Khan and Alia Bhatt just because they are public personalities and it knows them. So if you add someone you know personally and the world doesn't know, it probably won't know it. So says, you know what brightens my day, Cadbury chocolate, of course, cut to a shot. The point that it is not only giving text, it is also giving real answers about what to take, what camera shot to take, how to record that ad. That is crazy. Just imagine the way you could do that. You can never do this with Google. You need someone to be smart enough to understand how to shoot an ad, who has some experience in understanding what a montage is, what a video ad is, and how to put those things together, and they can create. It just gave you everything outside. Now let's, for the last and the final test, and this is probably the one that's going to blow your mind if you are not a coding person or something. Write a Python script to move files from one folder to another. Now, if you're someone who just wants to utilize tech but don't want to write it all the time, it will write code for you. And now just imagine that, writing code without doing anything else. This gives you exactly with comments what you need to do with this. I can actually run this code. It's a very simple example, but it's a mind-blowing example. Now just imagine what it can do. And we are going to discuss that right next. And it's going to write, and I'm going to keep continuing, but the point is you can do it for yourself, but it's going to take a lot of time to write and complete the whole script. So I'm just going to shut it down and we can see it in the next one. Now, the examples are great, but they actually showcase one of the most important features. It can think like a human and can create content as a human. Now, the point is I have zero clue on how to shoot an ad, but it created something that can help me shoot an ad. And more than that, it can not only impact people who are doing these jobs, but anything that is content related, writing captions, writing video scripts, writing your YouTube description. You can ask it to write it and it does probably a 10 times job better than what I will do because I'm not a content writer. For me as a creator who's going to create videos, it's immensely powerful because I'm not a great content writer. So I can just ask it to create and I can utilize that content for me. And that's insane. Now, for anyone who is in content writing business, that's not a really great news because that is going to impact his or her job. Second, Not only content writing, you just saw it write programming scripts. Now, a lot of people who are at entry level, junior level roles, they don't actually do a crazy amount of programming. They're doing a lot of support, they're doing a lot of low level programming stuff. Now, it's going to impact all these people. It's going to impact that it can write code better than a human being, and it can not only do that, it can actually translate the code from one language to another and also debug the code. For anyone from programming community, this is big. This is like a good 50 to 70% part of the job of a entry level programmer who has just entered the IT industry. It's going to change the way we think about AI. Now, a general purpose AI is still tiny. There's still like 10, 20 years where it will completely take over from a lot of job functions. But this is a huge leap. Content writing is already being done by ChatGPT for a lot of people. I'm using it consistently. A lot of other YouTubers have started used to create YouTube titles, create video ideas, and everything else. In just 5 years, I can't imagine where this technology will go. And yes, it may seem like yes, there are going to be a lot of impact, but you bet there would be. The only thing that every one of us can do is upskill ourselves continuously. Like in a curiosity format, you need to learn, upskill yourself on a daily basis. And that's the only way that there is going to be a job. But till then, subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.